Now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic. The U.S. breaking another record when it comes to the pandemic, reporting a 1.35 million new cases yesterday.
The 7-day average for new cases has now tripled in the course of just 2 weeks, and it could be way higher as at-home testing kits fly off the shelves.
And the news forcing more school closures, too. In Seattle, Kimball Elementary and Franklin High School are closed after staffing shortages. And in Edmonds, the district is bracing parents for the potential of remote learning.
And that is where we find Fox 13's Matthew Smith. And Matt, what is the district saying?
Well, basically, they're saying that they don't want to go to remote unless they absolutely have to. So schools like this, they still have kids coming in and out. The key is going to be whether or not they have the staff to keep all the doors open at all the schools across the district. Bottom line, they're prepared to go to remote, but they're hoping it doesn't come to that.
It's terrifying. My daughter is high risk.
Sending a kid to school in the age of the pandemic is hard. But the idea of empty schools and kids going back to remote, that's also hard.
We were getting brain drain as parents, so I praise all the teachers that are there and can do that every day in and out.
This week, the Edmonds School District sent an email to parents reminding them to prepare for the possibility to temporarily shift to remote.
Is there anything that you want to be top of mind when it comes to parents and thinking about kids and remote learning?
Well, I think first and foremost, the most important thing for parents and families to do right now is if your student is sick, keep them home. I think that is still the biggest message we want to get out there. If you are sick, experiencing any symptoms whatsoever, keep your student home. Because that's just very important as we continue to deal with the challenges of the virus and just kids in general getting sick. And then the other part would be just have that backup plan for a possibility that your student may have to do remote learning for a short period of time.
The state has made it clear they want to keep school doors open. In fact, the county's health officer noted the only reason any school likely would need to close is staffing. In other words, COVID is already everywhere.
Interruption of school activity is not about protecting the community from something that's happening on the school property. It's everywhere now. So it's really, a school wouldn't be closing down to mitigate the impact on society.
Down in Seattle, there was no remote or class at Kimball Elementary School. Parents are telling me they're frustrated that a decision was made to cancel without the chance to even pivot to remote. The district tells me they do expect the school back open on Wednesday.
My little one loves it because he can play with Legos.
Back in Edmonds, parents say the youngest kids don't mind, but there's always concern whenever remote learning is brought up.
Ultimately, it's about the safety of our kids, our teachers, staff, everybody involved in the community. And if that means having the kids at home for a couple more months, it means having the kids at home for a couple more months.
Now, out here in Edmonds, the school district is telling me it would likely just be for a few days or weeks. The idea is they would activate that plan if the Department of Health told them they needed to, or if they just don't have enough staff. As for Seattle, the remote versus canceling school altogether, I'm still seeking clarification. I've been in contact with the district. We do hope to get you an answer later tonight. We're live in Edmonds. I'm Matthew Smith, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Matt.